Hello. So, in talking about relationship with other people in the week of talking about Ben Adam L'Chavero, I thought it would be remiss if I would let this week go without mentioning the basic precept that appears in Vayikra of V'ahavta lereacha kamocha, that we're supposed to love our fellow as we love ourselves. But I think it's fascinating if you look at the actual verse in its context, because it states lo tikom v'lo titor et bnei amecha v'ahavta lereacha kamocha ani Hashem, which is you should not take revenge or you should not bear a grudge against someone from your nation. You should love your fellow as you love yourself, because I am God. Fascinating. Because this is coming in the context where we're told we would have the desire either to take revenge on somebody or the inclination to bear a grudge, because obviously something is really bothering us. And if we analyze the term "ve'ahavta lereacha kamocha," to love your re'ach, which either is a friend or a fellow person, and there's so many different words that could be used. I mean, people say love your neighbor as you love yourself, love your friend as you love yourself, love the next person as you. Why did it choose this word re'acha, the fellow person? And you know, the word re'acha, it has the resh ayin is the, which means bad, is the letters of the name re'ah, your fellow. And I think that ra, that bad, the word ra, which means bad, it just glares out at us when you read this word, because it's weird to think of your fellow as, someone and see that word flash before your eyes. But I think that the lesson that I see in there is that sometimes in other people, when we see bad, what we want to do is, even if we're not going to take revenge or we're not going to bear a grudge, we would just be inclined to totally divorce ourselves from that person, just get as far away as possible. Especially in today's day and age, the slightest thing go wrong, people ditch out on relationships. We're so quick to separate ourselves from people based on something that makes us angry. And therefore, it says kamocha, like yourself, because sometimes we do things wrong. And as bad as we are, and as much as we might hate ourselves in the moment or feel self-loathing, we can't divorce ourselves from ourselves. We're stuck. We're stuck with this person, that same person that did something bad that we know we did bad. We know we could have done better. We know 1,000 things. And we're forced to live with ourselves. So we're forced to reconcile ourselves with the bad part in order to keep on living, because we cannot go about our lives if we're feeling that loathing all the time. At some point we have to reconcile the good us with the bad us. And I think that's what God is trying to tell us. We should treat other people the same way, as if they were yourselves, as if you can't get away from them. God doesn't want you to take, the next train out of there when you bump into a problem with a person. What we're supposed to do is make something work. If something happened, we have to work it out. We have to deal with them as if they are ourselves and try our best to work on that. I'm not saying obviously in toxic relationships or people that are evil, pure evil, because in the most cases, most people are not evil and most people are not toxic. And if you're finding that most people are, you're in the wrong environment, because most people are good. So in a normal situation, you should be working and you should treat the other person like they're yourself, somebody that you're stuck with, and try and work it out, just as you're forced to do with yourself. And then Hashem finishes with Ani Hashem. I am God. Why is it finished with Ani Hashem? Because I am God. I am God who created you. I am God who saw fit that you be in this situation. I am God who's telling you have something to learn and to grow and to do here in whatever that situation is. So do it. And that's God's command. Anyways, so I'm going to work on that as hard as it is for me. I'm working on that. I hope you'll work on that too. Please tell me your stories and your comments and what you think and feel, because I'm sharing so much, but I'd love to hear from you. because I need that for myself to grow too. Thank you and have a great night.